Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Happy Monday to everybody. Boy, howdy. First quarter is about to be gone in about another, 12 hours it'll be gone. Starting up quarter number 2. So before I start the call, I'm going to ask you guys, were you happy with quarter number 1 results? Did you have the carriers that you needed? Were you prepared when a client asked you a question? Were your rebuttals lined up? When they asked you if you had a Medicare Advantage, did you tell them yes or did you tell them no? When they asked you if you had any carrier that can take care of some of their family that is under 65, did you say yes or did you say no? They asked you if you had a product because they needed to do a $2 million term product. Did you know how to offer it? Did you have a carrier for them? These are things you need to get ready starting today so you start quarter number 2 more prepared. The agents that have more products in their briefcase and they learn them and they practice them are going to make more money than an agent that does not have enough products in their briefcase. It's facts. The more things you have to offer, the more opportunity you have to make money. Yet, you can't be a secret agent. When you go into a home, you need to let people know what you do. I specialize in final expense, mortgage protection, yet I also specialize in under 65 health insurance, accidental insurance, Medicare supplements. Let them know what you do. Give them an example of what it means. When you say under 65, what does that mean? Well, anybody that's less than Medicare age, we have a program for them to protect them. So if they were to get into slip and fall, they were to break their leg in the backyard, they've got insurance to where the collection company doesn't come after them when they don't pay the bill because they have no insurance. Educate people on what the product is and let them know exactly what you do. Now, that's part of a warm-up. That's part of a warm-up, which we're going to talk about today. Now, people say, Joe, how long should a warm-up last? Years and years ago, when I got this business here, I heard 2 minutes and I heard an hour. I started working with these guys for a very short period of time who wanted to do annuities, and they said the warm-up time's got to be 1 hour for an annuity because you want them to get to know you. I don't know what the hell you talk about for 1 hour with somebody before you say, oh, by the way, I've got an index annuity that I want to go over with you about. Here are my thoughts when it comes to a warm-up. A lot of it is feeling the person out. Meaning, are they talkative? You have to pull words out of their mouth. Are they telling you they're in a hurry? Do you feel that they're fidgety when you're talking too much? So these are the things that you make the decision when you're sitting in their home. I'm going to say an average warm-up, let's say it's 5 minutes. You know, how you been doing, how long you lived here, you know, oh, you're from Tampa, where did you go to high school at, really? So the little small talk to where you can get acquainted with them. Because the warm-up to me is one of the important parts of the entire presentation because it's the beginning. People are going to buy from you because they like you, they trust you, the words that you're picking and choosing make them feel good, and they got that warm, fuzzy feeling that you are the person that's going to help them, coach them, and advise them what plan is best for them. And that comes with just getting to know them. And the getting to know has to do with the hello at the front door. Good morning, Miss Jones. My name is Joe. Recently you sent this card in. Or on the phone, hello, Miss Jones, this is Joe. You wanted some information. I'm here to answer all the questions you have. I'm in no hurry. Let me answer all your questions. People do not want to be rushed. Some people just want to get it over with, yet they want all the facts. Now, when you're doing a warm-up, I think it has a lot to do with what they already have, what they're looking for, and to educate them on where you're going to take them throughout the presentation. When I say presentation, that means you're going to be speaking with them and they're going to be speaking with you. So during the warm-up, don't sit and try to be Mr. 100% in control, talk, 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 talk. Stop. Let them think about what you said. Do you have any questions? Kind of make it to where it's an interaction with them to where they feel they're participating. When you're doing a warm-up, you need to make sure that if it's a husband and wife, that you give them each individually the same amount of attention. Long time ago, I went to a convention. Guest speaker got up on stage, started talking, and the lady was the breadwinner of the house. Okay, very successful lady. She says she goes with her son to buy her son. She goes with her husband and son to buy him a truck back in the day. So they're talking, and normally speaking, truck, father drives up in the truck. You're going to talk to the father because you feel he is the breadwinner. He's the main person to deal with. He's the one who's going to say yes or no. Well, the agent or the sales guy was totally wrong. He spent too much time on the husband. Yes, we need to go for a ride. We got to get your son in the car. He didn't say, we need to get in the car. He didn't ask the wife, what do you think? Is this something you feel comfortable with your son? Do you feel this truck is big enough so in case he gets into an accident? Does this give you that sense of security? Your son will be feeling good? He did none of that. So they kept on talking. I don't know exactly what lit her up, but she said, we're not doing business with you. And she said the guy looked at her like a deer in headlights. The husband looked at her. She says, I'm the one who makes all the money in this household. I love my husband. He retired to let me advance to where I was going now. And you're not giving me the respect that you should be giving me because you have no idea who's going to make the payment. The guy backpedaled. I'm sorry, my apologies. She said, have a great day, and she left. Okay? Now, could that happen to you? The person may not tell you. It's kind of like if you don't do things the right way in a warm-up, they're going to build up like a glass block wall. Glass block walls, you can see through them, okay? It goes higher and higher if you're not doing the right stuff. And then all of a sudden, you don't realize it. You got to be on top of the glass box looking over at the person saying, hey, let's talk some more. The secret is to give them the proper amount of attention. Ask them questions. When you give an answer, make sure that it's the same amount of time for the husband and wife. Now, when I mean same amount of time, I mean don't tell the husband, who you think's the main guy, a 1-minute answer, and then the wife only give her a 2-second answer. It's kind of like it's back and forth. You've got to know what they like, what they've been looking for. If they've ever had life insurance, if you're there before about life insurance or final expense, yes, we've had it before. Do you still have it? If they have it, can you get me the policy you have so we can review it? No, we don't have it. What happened? We lost it. What caused you to lose it? Well, the premiums were too high. Okay, I've got something that I know will fit in your budget a lot better. So you're extracting information from them during the warm-up to give you ammunition on how to handle them. They say, I had the policy for about 2 years and we just couldn't afford it anymore. Oh my God, that's terrible. What happened? What changes did you go through that you had to lose that very important policy? And they're going to tell you the reason why. When they tell you the reason why, when you start back up again or at the close, you're going to say, I've gone over these different programs here with you today. I'm taking into account that you're on a budget. I'm going to let you know I've given you some different variations on the program, on one for 10,000, 12, 15, 18, and 20. From there, we're going to talk about, and you know your income better than I know you know your expenses more than I. Let's kind of talk about it to find out which one is best for you to start today. I don't need any money, but we're going to start it up today. I'm going to see if you qualify for the program. I'm going to do a little application, see if I can qualify you for a plan. And the best part about doing business with me is that I talked to a lady 2 weeks ago. She wanted the one for $20,000. She couldn't afford it. We started talking. She said, no, I want to think about it. I want to think about it. So I said, ma'am, I said, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. You're giving me a good feeling that this is something you want, that you need, that you really feel you have to have, yet you have a little hesitation now at the end. May I ask you why? She says, well, I want the one for 20 and I just can't afford it now because I have a bill I got to continue paying. So I totally understand. I said, this is what I recommend us to do today. You have nothing. You need something. You told me you don't want your kids to be left responsible for any unpaid bills. Let's start off with one for 10 or 12,000. I can always come back 3 months, 6 months from now to get the difference, to get you the 20 that you want. And she says, thank you for telling me that there, because I thought I had to buy the one I wanted. I didn't realize I can buy a smaller one today and add to it later. Drawing a picture. You let them know what's available. Another agent may not have done that. So throughout my warm-up, before we get down to nuts and bolts, I'm going to tell them either on the phone or face-to-face. Let me kind of tell you what's ahead of us today. My job today is to get you the best plan that's available. My job is to make sure that it's a plan that's affordable for you, that gives you peace of mind, that when I leave today, you have a program in place, so if something happens to you, God forbid, your husband, your son, whoever the beneficiary is taken care of. I'm going to need some personal information from you, such as a heart attack or stroke. I'm going to need your medication. I'm going to need your driver's license, because that's how the company wants me to verify that you are Margaret Jones. From there, I'm going to go through all the health questions with you. We'll do that in a second. From there, we need to know who your beneficiary is. Who would you put as your beneficiary? Oh, I'll put my husband, Anthony, and my son, Frank. I said, okay, Anthony Jones, yes, and Frank Jones, yes. What is your husband's middle initial? Or what's your son's middle initial? C. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit of commitment, and I'm just in the warm-up. I haven't even gone to the presentation. I'm gathering information, and I'm trying to get her to come on my side of the road. Lastly, what I'm going to need is to where you're going to get a discount. You don't have to worry about a payment. Either your checking account information or your savings account information, toward the bank can send the payment in for you every month. So if you're on vacation, or God forbid you're in the hospital and you're sick, your payment's already sent off for you. You have nothing to worry about, and the company gives you a discount for that. The reason I say that is because if you say checking account or savings account, and they don't have one, or they use a debit card or a MasterCard Direct Express, now you've got to move from the company you wanted to use to another company that accepts the Direct Express card or a credit card. Certain companies don't offer it. So let's say Royal Neighbors is your favorite company. They don't have a Direct Express. They don't take credit cards. So you're going to go through that entire process in the beginning, get to the end, this is your pricing, talk about all the benefits, and find out at the end they have a Direct Express card. So there's things you got to find out up front. And the more stuff you find out about up front, and you're able to squash their thoughts there, squash them, discuss it, overcome it, and move on, you're going to make it a lot easier when you go to make the close. Take your time. Don't rush. Get to know them. Tap those brakes. Try to talk a little bit slower to where you can visit with them. Make sure during your presentation, your warm-up, that you're having a conversation with them to where they both feel that they're engaged in the conversation with you equally. Okay, guys, with that said, go make some money. If you need under 65, you need Medicare, you need Medicare Advantage, you need a term product, you need anything, get with Jay. We'll be happy to take care of you. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.